coming at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com. In this video, I want to give you a slick little altar hack that I've been doing for probably over a year now. And this is a hack, if you would, to help you increase financial prosperity in your life and also help you break poverty consciousness. A lot of people, when they work with the altar, they want to get their money up. So this hack will be perfect for you. To give you a little backdrop on how I came into this knowledge of this little altar hack I'm going to share with you today is, long story short, I first started working with the altars years back. One of the first deities that I placed on the altar was Lakshmi, very popular deity, very popular goddess. Now, like most people, I set the altar up. I really wasn't going hard in the paint as far as my altar work, giving offerings, giving prayers every day. One day I woke up and I was like, man, I really need to get on my altar, really commit to giving an offering every day. So that evening I gave an offering to Lakshmi. I believe I had Ganesh on the altar as well. So that evening I gave the offering to Lakshmi, you know, and I basically apologized for not being steadfast and consistent with my offerings. The very next day I found a $20 bill in my pocket. Not the biggest thing. Okay, because you can be like, oh, well, I might have forgot about it, left it in the pocket, it got washed, etc. The Wiz always checks the pockets before she washes our clothing. But you can still say, that might have been a coincidence. That same day, I was in Cincinnati. It happened to be where these two gentlemen got into like an altercation. They weren't fighting, but you know how cats kind of square up and, you know, talk smack, but nobody ever swings and they're really not going to fight. That's kind of the situation it was. After they left, I noticed that there was some money in the street. $1 bills all in the street. And they started floating up. And all I heard was, Ali, come get me. So I walked over in the middle of the street, mind you, in Cincinnati. And I started picking up these single dollar bills. And I noticed they were all $1 bills. And I thought I picked up probably about $50, you know, 50 single ones, which is still a pretty good come up. I get home, me and my weird son Sarah, and also my oldest son, we started counting the money. It comes out to be $140. Now, this number is very significant because I was doing this before I found out who my spiritual mother was, who is Oshun. That's my spiritual mother, as verified by Dr. Gibson, Tyro.com. So when I had seen the number 140, and mind you, this is way before I found out about my spiritual mother being Oshun, I started to do the correspondence. And I found out that 1 and 4 is obviously 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. It was $140 at once. 5 is the number of Oshun. From my vantage point, Oshun and Lakshmi are the very same being. The deities are just points of energy, if you would. In the Hindu pantheon, they call this point of energy dealing with wealth, beauty, and finances. They call her they call her Lakshmi. In the Orisha tradition, they call this point of energy Oshun. So from my vantage point, Oshun, Lakshmi, one and the same. You may not agree with that, but that's the way I view reality as far as the deities. So I attributed that Lakshmi Oshun connection with the $140 in the street. It just so happened to be that I found this money, quote unquote, the day after that I committed to giving an offering to Lakshmi. Fast forward, I came to find out that my spiritual mother was Oshun. Well, psychically looking back at that, I knew that that was a way of Oshun in the form of Lakshmi presenting herself to me, letting me know that I had a connection with her. Because after I found $140 in the street, I knew for sure that Lakshmi or Oshun was a deity that I can work with. And that's important because when you start working with these deities, there's usually a significant synchronicity or sign letting you know that you have a connection with this deity. So that was it for me. And like I said, after I come and find out that my spiritual mother was Oshun, I was like, okay, that's what's up. Now, the reason I share this story is because that prompted me to begin doing something as far as my altar. Obviously, I have Oshun on my altar with her being my spiritual mother, and I have Lakshmi on there as well. So what I started to do by way of the transmission from these deities is I started to put money on the altar dedicated for Oshun. And what it was every time I go out, it's very rare that I do not find money on the street. And what I was told spiritually was that's one of the ways that she lets you know that she's with you, and it's one of the ways that you can honor her. Because what I do is when I see money in the street, I pick it up with my left hand, because that's your receiving hand. Yeah, I'm right-handed, so my left hand is my recessive or receiving hand. If you're left-handed, then your right hand would be your receiving hand. But I pick up the money when I find it on the street with my left hand, my receiving hand, and I say thank you 3 times. I put it in my pocket. When I get home, I have a bowl that I put the money in for Oshun. So I recommend that you start to implement this little altar hack in your life. What you'll notice is that small change that you pick up on the street will correspond to different blessings in your life. For instance, if I pick up a significant amount of money, say I'm out one day and I pick up a quarter, a dime, maybe a nickel, maybe 4 pennies. That's a pretty significant amount of money just to find on the street all willy-nilly, you're not looking for it. What I noticed was when I found more like bigger denominations, bigger money, that usually corresponded to a blessing or us selling more on the website or more things just coming into our life. There was a direct correspondence. So this is something I've been doing for over a year, and I'm telling you, it is foolproof and it never ceased to amaze me. So when you find change in the street, pick it up, say thank you 3 times, and put it in a bowl or put it in something, some sort of container, and honor that to Oshun and or Lakshmi. So this has been Ali. Very easy altar hack that you can do. You're always out. More than likely you'll start finding money in the street, especially when you connect with the Oshunian energy. So if you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my website, salimyers.com. If you want to find information as far as deities to work with on how to set up an altar, I recommend that you get my #1 best-selling book, Deity Linkage Manual. Until next time, peace.